My name is Lisa, and I live with my husband, Vaughn. Due to pressure from my in-laws, we started trying to conceive from the beginning of our marriage. However, as it was taking a while to conceive, I became worried and decided to discuss something with Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, I have something I want to talk about.
Oh, a discussion. Seems like every time you bring up a serious topic, it's never anything good.
Well, it's about our fertility efforts. Can I talk to you about it?
Fertility, okay, let's hear it.
Well, we've been trying hard, but it's not happening, right? So, how about we both get tested? If there's nothing wrong with either of us, at least we can be relieved.
No way, I refuse.
Come on, don't just dismiss it like that.
I don't want to do it. Why should I have to take such a test?
But we're not conceiving at all. I'm worried. Maybe one of us, or perhaps both of us, might have an issue.
There's nothing wrong with me. If you want to do it, go do it yourself.
That's why I'm saying, if we do it, let's do it together. When I suggested to Vaughn that we should get tested, he predictably reacted negatively. However, due to my many concerns, I somewhat forcefully took a reluctant Vaughn to the hospital. There, we received a shocking diagnosis. No way, this can't be true. One of my ovaries has cancer?
See, I told you it was your problem. Wait, cancer isn't contagious, right? I'm safe, aren't I?
Wait, what are you saying? I have cancer. You could at least show a little concern.
It's not cancer, it's just a suspicion of cancer. It's still just a possibility, right? Plus, we need a re-examination at a larger hospital. Things will become clear there, so there's no point in worrying about it now.
Maybe that's true, but after the tests at the hospital, it was highly suspected that one of my ovaries had cancer. Vaughn showed no concern for me, who was in shock, and was very cold. Despite my growing distrust of Vaughn, I went to a larger hospital for further testing.
Lisa, regarding the tumor in your ovary, there's no doubt it's ovarian cancer. It is advisable to remove the ovary as soon as possible.
Ovarian cancer, removal of the ovary.
I know it's tough, but if we don't remove it, there's a risk the cancer will spread. Honestly, even with its current size, there's not a 0% chance of it spreading.
Is that so? Is there no other way to treat it besides removal?
If we don't remove it now, it will allow the cancer to progress. Even if we remove it later, if the cancer has progressed, the chance of recurrence within 5 years jumps to over 70%.
That high. But removal is so extreme.
I understand your anxiety. I'd feel anxious too if I were in your place. However, surgery is essential for a better future for you. Ideally, we'd like to perform the surgery within a week.
I see. Okay, please go ahead. After a re-examination at a major hospital, I was officially diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Since then, everything moved quickly towards surgery, and before I knew it, it was the day of my hospital admission. On the day of admission, the female doctor who was in charge of my case came to my room.
That's the plan going forward.
Yes, I understand.
In our hospital, a skilled surgeon will perform the operation. I will take responsibility for monitoring your progress after the surgery. I can't say don't worry, but please trust us.
Doctor, thank you.
By the way, the other day my daughter.
The doctor explained the outline of the surgery and the general postoperative process, and then made small talk. Her kindness, trying to relax me in my nervous state, was somewhat comforting. After the doctor and my parents, who had accompanied me for the admission, left the room, Vaughn and my in-laws came in.
Hey, if you have your ovary removed, you can't have children anymore, right? But both I and my parents want children, you know that, don't you, Lisa?
Yes.
There's no point in continuing as a couple if you can't have children, and we've been fighting a lot lately, right? I don't want a life without children, so let's get divorced.
Is this a divorce paper? It's already filled out. Why so suddenly?
I've been patient for years, it's not sudden. And this is what happens when you force me to get tested. Don't you think you owe me an apology? Honestly, you should be the one suggesting a divorce.
But there's still a chance to get pregnant if we preserve one ovary.
We looked it up, but apparently that increases the risk of metastasis. Besides, there's a possibility it has already spread, right?
Are you planning to jeopardize our son's future with such uncertainty?
I plan to undergo chemotherapy and have regular checkups.
Shut up. I'm saying we don't need a barren woman like you. Get a hint.
How can you say that?
Here's some consolation money. I've already decided on a new wife, so don't get involved with us anymore.
Thus, I signed the divorce papers while crying and slammed them into Vaughn's hands. Vaughn and his parents, looking pleased, quickly left the hospital room. Years later, while Lisa was at the hospital for a regular checkup, she encountered a familiar figure approaching her.
Hey, long time no see. Are you here for a checkup too? Does that mean your surgery went well? That's good to hear. Are you still holding a grudge about that time? I was wrong back then. I remarried, but actually, things aren't going well for me now. You're ignoring me, but at least you're listening. Actually, I'm having surgery tomorrow. When we got tested together, they found I had a mild varicocele. I was told it was okay to watch and wait, so I ignored it, but it got worse. Ah, I see, it's like you're speechless, right? And now, my wife and her parents are blaming my illness for infertility. Her parents run a company and are desperate for an heir, so they were pressuring me. Then, they blamed my illness for the infertility and just discarded me.
What goes around comes around.
Ha? Did you say something? Well, whatever. So, how about we, both infertile, get back together? I don't care about having kids anymore.
You've been going on and on by yourself. Just so you know, I'm not infertile. I kept one ovary, and it hasn't metastasized. And I have no intention of getting along with you. As I rebuffed Vaughn's strange proposal, I was called in for my appointment at just the right time, so I quickly left. Vaughn seemed to be saying something, but I ignored everything. A week later, while I was visiting my parents' house, Vaughn and his parents suddenly showed up.
Good, Lisa, you're here.
What? Why did you suddenly come here?
I heard from my son. You had a successful surgery and can still have children, right? Since then, my son also had successful surgery. Please remarry him.
What? What are you talking about?
You've heard from our son, right? Vaughn is really hurt now. The only one who can understand his feelings is you, who has been through something similar.
Something similar. What are you talking about?
Don't get so worked up. Meeting again at the hospital that day was fate. It's like a drama story, two people in similar situations unexpectedly reuniting, right?
Don't confuse drama with reality. And I told you last time, didn't I? I have absolutely no intention of getting along with you.
That was a week ago, you must feel different now. Besides, you went through all that trouble to save an ovary. It would be a waste not to have kids.
Exactly. Lisa's parents must also be eager to see their grandchildren, right?
Yes, showing grandchildren is the best form of filial piety.
I agree. And I realize I still love Lisa. I was sure of it when we met again. So, even if we don't have children, I'm totally fine with it.
Vaughn, what are you saying? Children are absolutely necessary.
That's right. What do you mean by not showing us grandchildren?
As these people who came to my parents' house uninvited continued to speak their mind with arbitrary logic, Enough with all this nonsense. Please stop it.
Oh my. That startled me.
What's this all of a sudden? Don't raise your voice like that.
Lisa, why are you angry?
Are you serious? You really don't understand why I'm angry?
No, I understand. It's because, we've been too loud, right?
That's not it at all. You just said earlier that I'm the only one who understands Vaughn's hurt feelings, right? How dare the very person who hurt me say something like that?
Oh, you're angry about that? Hey Mom, that's the line you said.
I agree. Mom should handle this.
What are you two doing? Lisa, it's not like that. What I meant was, back then, I didn't intend to.
Then tell me, with what feelings did you hurt me? And it's not just you, Vaughn and the rest are also to blame. Don't act like you're not involved.
No, it's different. Back then, I was too obsessed with having children and couldn't see anything else. I didn't mean to hurt Lisa like that. Please understand.
I'm the same. I didn't mean any harm.
I don't care about your intentions. What I felt at that time is what matters. And I didn't undergo surgery for you. I don't want to see your faces anymore, so please leave.
Hey, calm down. Think about it. You'd definitely be better off remarrying me. If you're with me now, having gone through similar experiences, it will surely work out.
That's right. Since we've overcome the same difficulties, we can surely start over.
Yes, and since you preserved your ovary, it would be a waste not to have children.
Despite my clear refusal, Vaughn and his parents showed no signs of backing down. So, I decided to correct their misunderstanding. You've been talking to me as if I'm single, haven't you? But as for remarrying, I've already done that, and I even have a child now.
What? Remarried? A child?
What does this mean? Then why are you at your parents' house?
You're living single at your parents' house, aren't you?
I just happened to be visiting my parents when you all coincidentally came.
What's that about? You never mentioned you remarried when we met last time, did you?
Why should I have to tell you something like that? Back then, I was just being bothered by my ex-husband, wasn't I?
Bothered? That's a harsh way to put it.
Saying you've remarried, it's surely a lie.
Yes, she must be just bluffing.
Mommy, what's going on?
It's noisy. What happened?
Kids, and a man who looks like a husband.
Could it be? She really did remarry.
No, we can't be sure yet. This child could be a relative's.
Why don't you just accept it? Let me introduce you. This is my husband Noah and our daughter Madison, whom I gave birth to.
Hello, I'm Madison.
Hi. Lisa, what's this situation?
Seeing Madison and Noah, Vaughn and his former in-laws were confused. After I explained the situation to equally perplexed Noah and Madison.
You've got to be kidding. Have you forgotten why you got divorced in the first place? And now you show up at her parents' house demanding to remarry. What kind of mindset do you have to be able to say such absurd things?
That's right. That uncle there, he's just reaping what he sowed. Because he was mean to Mommy, now he's in big trouble.
What? Don't joke around. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? There's no way I can admit that all this happened because of one thing I said in the past.
Keep talking. You said terrible things to Lisa, and now it's come back to bite you. If this isn't karma, what is? Maybe it was a stroke of luck that someone like you didn't have children.
What the hell? Do you know how much pain I've been through?
Vaughn has been deeply hurt by this whole ordeal. You have no right to say anything.
A stranger has no business lightly touching on another person's emotional scars.
You guys are now strangers to Lisa too, so don't you dare touch her wounds.
You came here without thinking about Mommy's feelings, right? Then you have no right to say anything. I won't forgive anyone who hurts Mommy. Please leave our house.
You think I'm going to back down after being ridiculed like this? It doesn't matter anymore. Divorce him and remarry me, Lisa.
Like I would do that. I'm very happy now, blessed with a daughter. And no matter what, I refuse to remarry someone like you.
So you're saying Vaughn doesn't deserve happiness?
A woman who can't make Vaughn happy can't possibly build a happy home.
Enough. Don't think saying such ridiculous things will get you what you want. You are the worst people who left Lisa when she needed help the most. You should be grateful we're letting you off with just a few harsh words. If you don't leave, I'm calling the police.
Mommy has a little brother in her belly. You can't stress her out. Don't make Mommy feel bad anymore.
If you don't leave, I'll call the police, and I'm ready to take this further. I will never forgive what happened that day. If you understand, then leave, and I never want to see your faces again.
What? We're supposed to be comrades in suffering, aren't we?
Yes, that's why you two should be together.
Please remarry Vaughn. I beg you.
I can't be with people who only think about themselves.
If you're so desperate to remarry, find someone else.
Don't come back again. Bye-bye.
So, I was hated this much.
What should we do without this? We won't have grandchildren.
Will we never see our grandchildren's faces in our lifetime?
Thus, Vaughn and his former in-laws left my house with gloomy faces. After that, Vaughn and his parents never came to see us again, and our family of 3 lived happily. Vaughn, shocked by my rejection, began to shut himself away at home, reflecting on his life in a depressive state. Realizing how terribly he had treated me and overwhelmed by the stress of his parents' constant desire for grandchildren, he eventually left this world. His parents, discovering what had happened, found a letter near him. Realizing the immense stress they had put on their only son in their desire for grandchildren, they soon followed in Vaughn's footsteps. In this way, Vaughn and his parents, who had always acted selfishly without self-reflection, couldn't bear the weight of their guilt and chose the worst way out. As for me,
Hey Lisa, can I talk to you about something?
Mommy, Madison has something to ask too. Is that okay?
what's up with both of you? Are you planning something strange?
Something strange? Well, not at all.
It's a really sweet and fluffy request.
Oh, is this about some kind of dessert?
Do you know about French toast? I want you to make that.
Of course, I know, but is that what this discussion is about?
I want it made with pancakes, not bread.
French toast with pancakes. I see. Indeed, it's really delicious.
Looks like Mommy has tried it before, Madison.
Daddy, Madison hasn't eaten it yet.
So it seems, she's been secretly eating it alone.
No, it's just that I had some extra ingredients.
So, which one did you like more?
It might depend on the person. I personally like French toast with French bread the best.
Madison, seems like Mommy has been quite the French toast connoisseur.
Madison wants to eat lots too.
Then how about we have a French toast party next time? Since then, our family has been living peaceful days. Today, we decided to have a French toast party at Madison and Noah's request. French toast can have different flavors depending on the type of bread used, and I had been quite into it for a while. Hearing about this, Madison started asking to make French toast with various types of bread. While it sounded fun, I had my doubts about using naan. Noah, with a big smile, was also pushing for naan, so I suppose he'll eat it all if we actually make it. And so, our family continues to find small joys every day, spending our time happily.